dust heap, a kitchen mum, an old fur coat with a bird on top, a moving mess of unpleasantness. Good grief, what a mess! Eggshells, porridge, fell meringue. Is this Prince Amir up in jam? In toast and ketchup, you'll never guess. Oh no, what a mess! Though he's not a pretty sight, he really tries to do things right. With a mother who's tall and slim, I wonder how she ever thought of him. A short-shot, scruffy Afghan hound, a more foul creature you've never found. A tangled bundle of bristliness. Good grief, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess. What a mess.
If somebody had looked over the back hedge on that particular damp, dismal autumnal day, they would have seen the Sultan of Zanzibar wearing an enormous turban and a moth-eaten fur coat, sitting on top of the compost heap. A closer look, though, would have revealed that it was not really the Sultan of Zanzibar at all. It was a small, fat Afghan puppy named Prince Amir of Kinjan, but called What a Mess, and his coat was not moth-eaten, but merely scruffy and full of the usual tangle of twigs, rose clippings, burrs, and other assorted bits of dead nature. And the puppy was not wearing a vast turban, but was balancing on his head a sleepy-time hygienic canine beanbag. He was wearing the beanbag because he saw it when he was mooching around the house and put it on his head for something to do. What a Mess was bored stiff. So he started playing a game of I Spy with himself. I spied my little eye. A for ant. B for bird. Unfortunately, he couldn't find a C until a mouse peeped out and he claimed C for cow. But it was no fun cheating himself, so he stopped playing. He was hungry too. Like all puppies, What a Mess needed lots of food often to keep his fat little tummy firm and happy. Just because I ate my basket, he muttered to himself. I'm made to stay at home all day while the family and my mother go out and enjoy themselves. He decided to take it out on the beanbag. I hate you, rotten beanbag, he said. Oi! Under the beanbag was a small hedgehog. Hello, said the hedgehog. It's me. Cynthia, said What a Mess. I am sorry. I was trying to throw my beanbag away. No damage, said Cynthia. My fault for not dodging. What's wrong with your beanbag? Everything, Cynthia. Look, you're much cleverer than I am. Please help me get rid of it. Cynthia thought for a moment. Tried the dustbin, he said. So off they went to the dustbin. They tried to force it into the bin, which was already full of rubbish. The dustbin's too small, said What a Mess. Cynthia thought again. Hey, let's post it, she said. So they took the bag to the letterbox. The bag's too fat, said What a Mess. Let's empty out some of the beans. And they dragged the bag back to the house. Once in the drawing room, What a Mess carefully opened it. What a Mess frantically tried to gather up the tiny plastic balls, but they seemed to dodge him. Look at the mess, he wailed, and the family will be back soon. Shh. "Tell you what," said the little hedgehog, "use me." The puppy rolled Cynthia across the carpet. Soon there was hardly a bean to be seen. "How can I thank you enough?" said the grateful puppy. "I would have been in terrible trouble." "Where are the family, anyway?" asked Cynthia. And what a mess explained how he'd been left behind for eating his basket while the family went out shopping. "Never mind. Let's go and play in the garden." Unfortunately, it had been raining and everything was soggy. "Watch me chase the cat next door," said What a Mess, trying to make the best of the miserable weather. They caught sight of the cat sitting at the end of the garden, the perfect victim for a shrewd hunter. Now, cat chasing is a difficult and dangerous sport, even to a noble Afghan hound on a dry day. To a plump, damp puppy on a soaking wet afternoon, it is hazardous indeed. This is the moment which every cat chaser dreads. It calls for a quick change of plan. It's necessary to come to a full stop and then stroll off in the other direction, whistling. The chaser's made to look an absolute fool. "Excuse me," said a small voice. "Just thought I'd say cheery bye for the time being. See you in the spring. Time for me to hibernate. Tuck myself up in me little nest underground." "But how will you eat?" asked the puppy. It was always his first worry. "Don't need to. Be asleep, wouldn't I? Well, do for now. All the best. Happy days." And she was gone. Hibernate, thought What a Mess. That's the answer. He laid his plans carefully. He enlarged a hole he'd already begun under the corner of the shed and dragged down an eiderdown from the bedroom. He found sleep difficult, and he was beginning to feel very cold indeed when the cat appeared. "Just came to wish you happy birthday. Your first birthday is soon, and you'll miss it. Also, happy Christmas. You'll miss that too." Suddenly, What a Mess decided that hibernating might be all right for hedgehogs, but less so for Afghan puppies. By the time he was back in the house, the family had returned from their shopping trip. And there, in the corner of the kitchen, stood a brand new sleeping basket. The new cushion was plump and wonderfully comfortable. High sides of the basket were perfect to settle against, and the newly varnished wickerwork gave off the nicest of smells.
A compass heap, a kitchen mop, an old fur coat with a bird on top, a moving mess of unpleasantness. Good grief, what a mess! Eggshells, porridge, fell meringue. Is this Prince Xavier out in jam? In toast and ketchup, you'll never guess. Oh no, what a mess! Though he's not a pretty sight, he really tries to do things right. With a mother who's tall and slim, I wonder how she ever thought of him. A short, fat, scruffy Afghan